Discover what happens when someone chooses to listen to the voice of their heart, trading certainty for the unknown in the pursuit of purpose and passion. It's an emotional journey that might just shift your whole outlook on life. Meet Alana, a 35-year-old engineer from the heartland of America, a place where engineering talent is in high demand right now. Alana has always been seen as the model daughter, someone with a rock-solid career at a reputable company. Still, the peaceful landscapes of her hometown kept whispering to her, hinting at a longing to explore a life beyond spreadsheets and computer screens. In a world where playing it safe often seems like the smartest move, here's a story about someone who dared to take a step into the unknown. Even when logic tells us to stay put, sometimes the voice inside pushes us toward an unexpected adventure. Imagine walking away from a stable career to chase after what truly sets your soul on fire. This isn't just a story about bravery, it's one of transformation and self-discovery. By following those gentle nudges from her heart, our main character faces challenges and victories that completely reshape what it means to live fully. Come along on this gripping journey where certainty and uncertainty dance together, ultimately revealing that real safety might just be found in following your own heart. This search for meaning could be exactly the spark you need to rethink your own path. Get ready to be moved by a tale that doesn't just defy the rules, it goes straight for the soul, reminding us all that the future is always open for a rewrite. Alana grew up in a small American town, surrounded by rolling hills and endless wheat fields that would sway with the wind. From a young age, she stood out for her knack for problem-solving and quickly fell in love with engineering, a passion that led her to a respected job at one of the country's most renowned firms. At 35, Alana was seen as the very picture of success, a dedicated pro and the kind of daughter every parent dreams of. But there was something about the calm of a starry sky and the whispering wind that always sparked in Alana a deep urge to explore a life beyond the equations and projects that filled her days. Even though her life looked perfect on paper, she felt something essential was missing. While her co-workers dreamed of promotions and bonuses, Alana longed for untold stories and uncharted horizons. During moments of quiet reflection, she'd lose herself imagining a life where she could blend her love for the outdoors with her desire to inspire others through words. Alana found herself wandering the trails around her hometown more often than not, finding peace in solitude and fresh inspiration in those sweeping landscapes. Despite a promising career, her longing for something greater was getting impossible to ignore. She knew her true passion wasn't rooted in the security of her current job, but along a path she had yet to discover. That urge to find her own way was growing stronger, pushing her closer to the choice between carrying on with stability or following her heart. All her life, Alana believed that once she hit certain milestones, she'd feel complete. Yet, despite all her achievements, the emptiness inside her kept growing louder and more persistent. Sitting in her office, surrounded by awards and certificates, she felt more disconnected from herself with every passing day. That feeling of incompleteness haunted her, especially at night, when her doubts echoed in the stillness. Every contract signed, every project delivered with flying colors, just wasn't enough to quiet the fire inside her, the burning need to write. Since she was a kid, Alana had always turned to stories, crafting worlds where words alone could make a difference. But the practice that used to be her creative escape gradually got swallowed up by the demands of her career. Now, that buried passion was coming back with a vengeance, desperate for another shot at the spotlight. Still, giving in to that urge felt like something out of reach. The comfort of a steady paycheck and the weight of her family's approval never left her mind, making the idea of chasing a new dream even scarier. At the same time, This internal battle started to affect her relationships. Her friends picked up on her distance, and the once lively conversations faded into awkward, infrequent exchanges. The unwavering confidence Alana once radiated got swapped out for a constant sense of unease. She found herself questioning every decision, wondering if she'd wasted years chasing the wrong dream. The pressure to keep up her fearless persona was exhausting. She felt torn between the successful engineer everyone expected and the artist inside her quietly begging for a shot at freedom. Every social gathering became a painful reminder of what she was missing. Casual questions about her accomplishments now just deepened her uncertainty. She found herself smiling out of habit, hiding the truth from the people around her. More and more, Alana retreated into her own world, trusting only the pages of a private notebook stashed in her drawer with how she really felt. Things finally came to a head when her unhappiness started to take a toll on her health. She wasn't just worn out from work. She was fighting a silent war inside herself. Keeping up appearances was draining every ounce of her energy, and each day felt heavier than the last. That downward spiral forced her into some serious soul-searching. Alana knew it was time to face her inner conflict head-on, but the idea of shaking up her comfortable world scared her to the core. The choice between holding on to her career or leaping for a writer's life became a constant, gnawing question. She weighed the impact this would have, knowing that whichever way she jumped, things would never be the same. It got to the point where Alana started thinking about a compromise, staying in her field while quietly nurturing her creative side. Still deep down, she knew she'd never feel fully alive with one foot in each world. The decision about which road to take hung over her like a crossroads she just couldn't avoid. At last, Alana reached her breaking point. Something had to give. The pain of drifting further from herself outweighed any fears about money or winning approval. In the end, her need for something real and meaningful grew stronger than the fear holding her back. It was finally time for Alana to confront her truth and make choices that matched who she truly was. With her heart pounding, Alana made the decision she'd been putting off for so long. On an ordinary day, she walked into the office, knowing she was about to change her life forever. When she faced her boss, she felt this wild mix of terror and excitement. She explained that, grateful as she was for everything, she was being called to something deeper. Her co-workers were stunned, but Alana felt a huge weight lift as she signed her resignation letter. Determined to chase after her real passion, Alana set off for Brazil, a country that, to her, always conjured images of beauty and cultural richness. With no set plan, she kicked off her journey in the bustling city of Rio de Janeiro, soaking in the energy and stories of its people, drawing inspiration and courage from them. Alana let herself get lost in the favelas and on the beaches, her trusty notebook always close by, ready to capture every last detail. If you're enjoying our journey, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss out on more stories narrated right here on our channel. The journey was anything but easy. There were nights when doubt crept in, and Alana wondered if she'd made the right choice. The challenge of financial uncertainty was a constant companion. Learning to get by with less taught her valuable lessons about what truly matters. She traded comfort for unexpected adventures, finding richness in simple experiences, like sharing a meal with locals or watching a breathtaking sunset. Despite the hardships, Every story Alana told felt like a small victory. In Salvador, she met a street artist who opened up about her struggles and triumphs, inspiring Alana to write an article that took off online. These human connections fueled her, feeding her search for truth and authenticity. As Alana moved from city to city, the lessons she gathered reshaped her view of life. In Belém do Pará, while visiting the bustling Vero-Peso market, she discovered the resilience of people through their stories of overcoming adversity. These encounters encouraged her to believe that following her heart, despite the challenges, was absolutely the right call. In the Amazon, surrounded by dense jungle and roaring rivers, Alana finally found peace and clarity. The local communities welcomed her with open arms, sharing their wisdom and traditions. She recorded their rich tales and folklore, growing not just as a writer but as a person. She felt more connected to her purpose than ever before, as words began to flow effortlessly. Homesickness was a constant companion too. She thought of her family and how much their support still meant. But with every new friendship and story, Alana built a whole new kind of home. Brazil, with its wild diversity and warmth, became a place where she could truly be herself. No judgment, no expectations. Through storytelling, Alana learned that the journey to find your true self is as much about what's inside as what's outside. She realized that courage didn't mean being fearless. It meant moving forward even when you're scared. With every step, she reinforced that the path mattered more than the security she'd left behind. Eventually, Alana understood her travels weren't about the places. They were about people and their stories. She saw that real passion isn't something you chase down. It's something you live in every choice and every action. With that realization, Alana kept going, confident now that she was finally on the right path. In a charming, colorful village in northeast Brazil, Alana stumbled upon an unexpected refuge. The town pulsed with creative energy, famous for its rich culture and artistic traditions. Each street corner had a story to tell, every wall blooming with vibrant murals. Here, Alana met a community of artists who welcomed everyone, no matter where they came from. She was mesmerized by the life stories of this group. Some had faced huge struggles but used their art to resist and express themselves. Inspired by their resilience, Alana felt compelled to tell these stories. Drawing on her narrative skills, she started writing a short story that wove together her own travels with the lives and talents of the artists she met. The words poured out with a sincerity and beauty that Alana had never felt before. She wrote about challenges and triumphs, the quiet courage each person carried. Every page was a tribute not only to those she'd met, but to her own ongoing transformation. Alana managed to capture the heart of overcoming adversity and hope, weaving a story that resonated deeply within her. When the story was finished, Alana shared it online, never expecting the impact it would have. Within hours, it began to spread like wildfire. With its vivid imagery and uplifting message, her story touched hearts around the world. People from all sorts of backgrounds and life stories saw themselves in her words, feeling connected by the universal struggles of being human. The response was overwhelming and emotional. Messages of gratitude and personal stories started pouring in. Readers shared how her story inspired them to pursue long-hidden dreams or to face tough times with a renewed sense of hope. Alana was amazed to see her experience not only become a part of her own identity, but also start a wave of positive change in others. The story got picked up by blogs and newsletters, quickly going viral. Soon, radio shows and podcasts were discussing her work, drawing even more attention to Alana's writing and her inspiring journey. Without meaning to, she'd become a source of motivation and courage for others searching for their own authenticity. This unexpected high point proved to Alana that following her heart was the right decision. What began as a personal need to express herself grew into something much bigger, with the power to spark real change. She realized she'd truly found her purpose, blending her passion for writing with her desire to inspire and connect people. With tears in her eyes, Alana read and reread the messages of thanks from strangers. In each, she saw echoes of her own sleepless nights and hard-won convictions. The success of her story showed her that by embracing her passions, she hadn't just changed her own life. She'd added something beautiful to the world. And there, in that small northeastern town, Alana finally found her voice. With new friendships and the success of her story, Alana found the encouragement she needed to take the next big step: writing a book. Bolstered by her community of artists, she threw herself into this new challenge with a passion and determination she'd never known before. Every chapter brimmed with stories of resilience, beauty, and the richness of cultures she came to know along the way. For months, Alana poured her heart into her book. The stories that filled its pages weren't drawn solely from her own journey. They reflected the lessons she'd learned along the way. She dove deep into the intricacies of human emotion, capturing what it really means to overcome challenges and find your true voice. As she wrote, Alana could feel herself changing from the inside out. The doubts that once haunted her were replaced by a steady sense of confidence. She began to recognize her own worth and talent, realizing that her real self was finally coming to light. Alana had become a reflection of the stories she shared, a woman who found strength in vulnerability and courage in being genuine. The community surrounding Alana played a crucial role in the process. Artists who started out as strangers became friends and mentors, sharing their knowledge and experiences to help her capture the spirit of her journey. This supportive network anchored her, making sure she never felt alone in her quest for self-discovery. When the book was finally finished, Alana organized a launch event in the very town where her adventure began. The gathering wasn't just a celebration of her work. It was a tribute to everyone who inspired her and helped bring her vision to life. The small town square brimmed with people, old friends, new faces, and many whose lives had been touched by her words. The book launch triggered a wave of recognition and praise. Alana became an inspiring figure, not only for her writing but for the story of bravery and transformation behind it. Critics applauded her authenticity and the way she could reach people from all walks of life. Before long, Alana was invited to speak at conferences, lead book club discussions, and even give interviews abroad. Her story resonated with so many, proving that no matter where you are in life, real change is possible, and sometimes absolutely necessary, to find your true path. Outwardly, Alana was a recognized author. Inwardly, she was a woman renewed. What started as a string of uncertainties had blossomed into a deep, lasting fulfillment. Her friends and family witnessed the transformation firsthand, proud of her courage to listen to her heart. Alana kept writing, using her platform to explore themes of love, resilience, and hope. Her book was more than just a collection of stories. It was a testament to the courage of choosing uncertainty over comfort, and the beauty that can arise from such a leap. Her journey encouraged others to step out of their comfort zones, listen to their hearts, and chase what truly matters. Alana had found her purpose, not just in writing, but by living a life that felt honest and free. She became a beacon for anyone seeking light on their own uncertain paths. Alana closes her journey with a message that runs deep. True fulfillment comes from living authentically and being faithful to yourself. Reflecting on her path, she understands that the hardest challenge wasn't facing the unknown. It was overcoming the fear of straying from a ready-made script. She speaks to her audience with sincerity, sharing how she left behind the safety of a stable career and, in doing so, discovered a truer, more vibrant version of herself. Choosing to follow her heart brought not only personal satisfaction but also the chance to make a meaningful difference in other people's lives. Alana talks about the importance of listening to your inner voice, even when it's the hardest one to hear. She reminds us that security is often just an illusion, and that settling for good enough keeps us from reaching our full potential. The greatest risk, she says, is never allowing yourself to change. Living a life that doesn't fully reflect who you are. Her words aren't just advice, they're a call to action. Alana encourages everyone to explore their passions, even if they seem small or unrealistic at first. She reminds us that each small act of bravery builds toward a life filled with meaning and purpose. Her story is living proof that authenticity leads to peace, while chasing external approval brings only limitation. Alana's journey inspires her audience to rethink their lives and question the choices they make. She offers concrete examples from her own experience, from those first shaky steps to firm achievements. Her story shines a light on a simple truth. Fulfillment is a moving target, and with every brave risk, we uncover more of who we really are. Alana's story transforms into a powerful metaphor for freedom and resilience. Where others might see only sacrifice and uncertainty, she sees possibility and growth. She invites everyone to find beauty in their missteps and wisdom in their adventures, showing that every experience is a vital chapter in our own personal stories. Alana ended her talk filled with gratitude for the experiences she lived and for the people she met along the way. Today, her life is a tapestry woven from stories and lessons, and she's thankful for each thread that contributed to her growth. In the end, her message becomes crystal clear. It's a call to action for each of us to chase our passions and live in harmony with what speaks to our hearts. Because when all is said and done, the true measure of a life well lived isn't the tally of material achievements, but the joy of becoming fully, unapologetically yourself. Thank you for being here with us on this journey. Your presence and support mean the world, and it's what inspires us to keep sharing these stories. We're grateful to have you as part of our community. If this story touched you, let us know in the comments. Your voice makes all the difference. Let's keep exploring these journeys together. If this journey resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to explore more narrated stories on our channel. And remember, share this video with anyone who loves discovering powerful, unexpected stories.